Hi, this is Andy Tuttle with the Tuttle Group over at Fairway. It's your Realtor Coffee Talk. Now, it's a little bit different than coffee. We're doing some drinks tonight, but we are at the Core Summit. We do it every 6 months. A lot of you know what this is. I am here with someone you know just don't know you know her. Marjorie Adam, you've heard a lot of her on audio. She is one of the top realtors in the country, and I want to share one tip from her to you about getting focused for this summer. So Marjorie, first of all, thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
And second, would you tell just a little bit about your production from last year and this year, and a little bit about your team, and then one tip for the crew?
Sure. So I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia, so I don't know if that was important. We're based in Virginia. So I have a team of 5 people. So I'm licensed. I have 2 showing agents, and then I have 2 RP1s, which are unlicensed assistants. Our production is about $50 million a year. We've stayed fairly steady, but I've realized at this summit that I'm going up. So my goal in the next 12 months is to do 10 million more. So that's our next growth goal. And then we talked about kind of a great tip to give all of you, and to me, since you've listened to a lot of our CDs, database is the key, right? So for me, if I were going to give you one tip, if you're not focused on your database, we need you to do that. And so starting to do that means segmenting it, dialing it in, right? So it's not everyone you've ever met or who might have given you a lead or who gave you a lead or you found on Zillow, right? We want you to be focusing on past clients, really segmenting that database and then taking care of them. So what I mean by that is they create the database first, and then they have to call the database. Yeah, that's
weird.
Probably every other realtor.
That's
like,
an important.
No,
write that one down. Write that note
so
down.
You got to call them. So the key for me would be if you haven't called them for a while, you're gonna have to do an apology call, which is not a lot of fun. But you have to call and say, I'm super sorry, I have not kept in great touch with you. I want to have a better relationship with you, and so I'm going to be keeping in touch with you. I'm going to be mailing you fun things and market tips. I'm going to be giving you calls. I'm going to be inviting you to happy hours and parties. So really, your database is the key.
So when everyone else says, well, I'm getting these new leads, I'm prospecting, I don't have time for database, it's the summer, we're fresh, what do you say to that?
So I appreciate that we all have so many sources, right? You could get Zillow leads if you tend to pay for those. You could chase internet leads. You could get referrals from other realtors. But your database is the bread and butter of your business. So if you're ignoring your database, so my database is probably 85% of my business. And so imagine if I weren't keeping in touch with that database. Yes, I have builder business, right? I have a big builder. Yes, I still get Zillow business, although it's from my profile. I don't pay for the leads. So that would be a whole other CD for you guys. But you got to focus on that database. Those relationships have really sustained my business for 21 years now.
Okay, so in this email, in the attachment, are going to be a VIP list. Okay, there's going to be a top 50 past client list. I'm also going to include the audio you already know from Marjorie about working your database with this video, so you have it. But you've got to remember that no matter how busy you are, you can never let go of what I've talked about before to you, the acre of diamonds under your feet. You don't have to go out into the mountains and go find diamonds. They're right there under you. That's your database. So I want to talk about one other thing, and that's the core coaching. You've been in the core coaching for how long?
Oh, I joined in 2008 and I became a coach in 2014.
And there's a lot of coaching available out there,
Absolutely, and I've done it all, right? So I started in Brian Buffini years ago. It was a great program in terms of helping me focus on database and really taking care of clients, but it goes only to a certain point. Like, it's not real coaching, not to be disrespectful, but it's a great place to start. I worked with Joe Stumpf, who actually used to work with Rick Ruby. So I've done different coaching. I used to be kind of the seminar addict. I would travel anywhere and I'd go into a seminar and I just wouldn't implement everything. So with the core, I would say the biggest difference is we're really focused on your money and your savings, right? So we want you to save more money and make more money. So we're going to be super focused on things like your personal budget and your profit and loss and really your tracking. So a lot of other coaching companies are going to tell you, oh, you need to do this or you need to do this. And there are companies like Keller Williams, great company. I'm not a Keller Williams agent, but they're going to have coaching, right? And they're going to coach you on building a team. And they might coach you on your database or things, but they're not generally going to coach you on paying attention to your money, your profit and loss, and your personal budget. So I'd say that's the biggest difference with our students and our coaches.
If you're interested in this, guys, please let me know. We will want to get you connected with Marjorie or someone here at the core to talk to you about this. It's huge stuff. It's changed my business in life. It's changed hers.
Absolutely.
And remember, focusing on your database among anything else, that's going to help add a couple of sides a month very, very quickly. If you start calling your database and you haven't, and you start asking for referrals, they're going to give them to you, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because they know you, they like you, they trust you. And by the way, if they don't, if you had a terrible experience with you, probably shouldn't be in your database.
I love it. Thank you so much, Marjorie.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're awesome.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Bye.